every yes you give, which inconveniences you, sometimes is a no to your own dreams. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Makamba, Unfiltered Conversations. I remain your host, Enobong, and today we are diving into a conversation that I know many of us wrestle with. We wrestle with it. We don't always talk about it openly. We try and shy away from it. We hide from it. We filter it, as the case may be. But what's that topic? Family, friends, and boundaries. Yes, family, friends, and boundaries. You see, in this life that we've come, we can choose many things. We can choose our careers, we can build our businesses, we can pursue our big dreams, But there's often a collision. And that collision is usually between what we want to achieve and what people we love expect from us. That thing that, happens to be in the middle of it all. We're trying to achieve something on one hand, and then our loved ones expect us to be somebody else on the other hand. We are unable to say no because they are our loved ones, because they are our friends, because they are family, people that we don't want to hurt. So we are unable to say no to these people. So today, I want us to talk candidly, about what it means to set healthy boundaries, especially with the closest people that are close to us, that we are probably still nurturing, our relationships with, and we usually find it really hard to say no, because the art of saying no actually unlocks our growth, because we move from, who we used to be to who we are becoming when we learn to say no. So today we want to talk about that collision point, I'd like for you to take a breather for a second and be real for a second. Yeah, for a second. Yes, I said a second. So a second is up right now. Have you ever actually felt torn between showing up for your friends, your family, your loved ones, as against showing up for your goals? So you have to deal with something that is really important to you on one hand. Your goals. You set these goals for yourself, and at certain days and at certain times, you have to achieve these things. And then your family, your friends have set their own goals, which is also important to them, and they also want you to be there for them. That's what we will call the collision point. That collision point where you don't know what to do, you don't know where to say no, and you have to show up. You might be deep in preparing for an exam, and then a family friend, a very close family friend, has to get married, and the family group chats which you are on says everybody needs to be there. They have probably shared their shoebi or stuffs like that, Or you're even working on a proposal, or you're even doing your own general side hustle for some extra income, and then they call you for a deal, a gig, and you are unable to go. And then the family says, I didn't see you at the wedding, you don't call enough. Your friend says you are hardly ever around for me anymore. You don't show up for me. That happens a lot to me. I don't know about you. The guilt is real. You want to be everything to everyone. But you also know that every yes you give, which inconveniences you, sometimes is a no to your own dreams. It's a no to your dreams. So you're giving this yes because you don't want to be guilty. You don't want to feel guilty. You want to hear, oh, thank you so much. He's always there. She's always there. You can rely on Enobong. Enobong. She never fails. However, I want you to hear this. Protecting your time and your energy does not make you selfish. It makes you intentional. It makes you very intentional, because you need to show up for yourself at some point. Otherwise, those mighty goals, those aspirations, those dreams that you set for yourself, they become hidden under the carpet. But I need you to know today that showing up for yourself is not selfish. It is intentional. So let's talk about what boundaries mean. How do you set these boundaries without necessarily relinquishing your own goals and at the same time not being on the bad book or family and friends. Are we ready? Okay. Let's talk about boundaries. When people say boundaries, you would imagine that you're building big walls, like you are cutting people off. No. That's not necessarily what boundaries mean. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries, in my own opinion, are more like fences. Boundaries are more like fences. Fences that have doors. So what that means is it allows you to decide whether you want to enter and when you want to leave. You understand? When you want to enter and when you want to leave. That's what boundaries are. You're not building walls, so you're not necessarily cutting people off. You're just saying, you know what, I have this opportunity to say I can enter and I can leave when I want to, which is really, really important. So boundaries just simply help you manage your time. Boundaries help you manage your energy and even your emotional space. Because come on, there are some times you just want your own space. You want to be you. You want to just do your own thing. I do that a lot. So there are times when I just want my own emotional space. I just want to be that person who wants to reflect, think through a few things, and just be herself. So that's exactly what boundaries are. They allow you, they mean say no to last minute requests. A lot of our families and friends have a habit. They will just, tell you things at the very last minute. Very, very last minute. And then expect that you must still just show up. Because why? Because you're family, because you're friend. No. You can say no at request at the last minute if they do not fit into your portfolio at that time. Oh, I do that a lot. It means choosing not to entertain, draining conversations. You don't want to get into a spot where at the end of the day, you are leaving that conversation or leaving that environment or leaving that atmosphere drained. Because you have had to want to explain one thing that you did not want to explain, say something you did not want to say, or do something you did not want to do. So it's so important that, you find that space, your space. I call it my Enobong space, and I have quite a few of those spaces around me. It might mean deciding that your Saturday morning is for you. Sacred, no work, just lounging. Maybe praying, maybe writing, like me, because I'm trying to write my book now, and I'm giving myself a goal. So if you call me on days that it's not convenient for me, I will say no. Or you just want self-care. Self-care. Today I do nothing. Today I just lounge. I don't want to know how many things are up at the same time. It's just your space. So boundaries are not exactly like you're rejecting people. No, that's not what boundaries are. It's more like protecting your own purpose, so that you're able to do your own thing when you want to do it, how you want to do it, where you want to do it, and at your own convenience. So that's what boundaries would be like to me. So you're not necessarily hurting anybody because it's not like you kept anybody out or you shut anybody out, but you are taking advantage of your space and doing something about your space. So that's what boundaries are. So what's this cost of saying no? Yes, there is a cost of saying no because some of us we are probably so afraid to upset our people, our friends, our family. But what's the cost of saying no? Now, let's be honest. Is there a cost? No is just 2 letters. Right? Yeah. Last I checked, no is 2 letters. There is no cost to say no. There is actually no cost to say no. It's uncomfortable, yeah. You may be misunderstood in some cases. That will happen. You may be called proud. That's likely to happen. I've been called proud a lot of times when I say no. It's like, what are you feeling like? Is it not because I invited you? Sometimes it may look like you are distant. Or you are even accused of forgetting where you came from. That comes from family members a lot. When they say you are forgetting where you came from, you are forgetting how we were there for you, you are forgetting how we raised you. I remember saying no to a family member. It was an event. some sort of event that was going to have a lot of family in it and all that, But I had a career deadline I needed to deal with. People did not fully understand. A lot of family members did not fully understand because I'm quite the expressive one in the family, And I would have wanted to be there. It hurt me. It would have been nice to dance to some, nice Oron dance and see all the red, because red is my village color, as they say, and see all the reds and see all the pomp, and pageantry and everything happening. But I had a career deadline and I had to weigh my options. This Oron dance, will I dance it again? Yes. But this career deadline, is there another opportunity? No. So I said no to that family member, apologizing that I would be unable to make that event. Because if I had said yes, I would have compromised my career deadline. And that career deadline meant something crucial and critical to me, because it was next phase to the next level I was looking out for. And I had only that one chance, and it was critical to my growth at the time. But I said no. And in making up the no, I tried to look for other ways to complement that no by sending some sort of, nice honorarium to the family member to say, what, take this in replacement of my presence, so that everybody wouldn't feel bad, because I was already beginning to look misunderstood. So here is what I learned, that the cost of saying no today is what allows you to say a bigger, bolder yes tomorrow, because it allows you so much freedom. It could be financial freedom. It could just be your emotional freedom. It could be your mental state freedom. It could be freedom in many ways. It might be more time with your loved ones in another period, or dancing or on dance another day. But that cost of saying no, it means that you were created for something else at that particular point in time. So no, there is no cost of saying no. You just have to weigh your options and decide which is better at that particular point in time, and then take a decision on what it is that you want to do, compromising whether the yes will work better for you or the no will not. But there is no cost in saying no. So how is this going so far? Are you learning something? Are you picking something from what I'm saying? Has this happened to you before? Are you in that place where you have to compromise a lot of the times? It's so important that you understand clearly, where it is. So what are some practical, tips for boundaries? How do you set boundaries without actually damaging your relationships? Very important, because I know somebody out there, one beautiful member of my audience out there is saying, it's not as easy as you think, Auntie Makamba or Auntie Enobong, whichever you choose to call me at this particular point. But let me share a few things that has worked for me. It might help. Or you might tweak it to your advantage or how it will work for you. First, communicate clearly. Very important. Communicate clearly. Don't just disappear. Explain why you can't commit at that particular point in time. Explain why your response is a no at that particular point in time. Then second, be consistent. Be very consistent. If you bend every time somebody's, puts you in a position where you need to compromise, if you bend every time, people won't take your boundaries seriously, honestly. They will just be like, just push him a little bit more, push her a little bit more. She will agree, Joe, just a bit more. Just, don't call her tomorrow. Call her like 2 days after. Speak to her like 3 days after. I'm telling you, she will bend. But if you are consistent, trust me, they will think twice. They'll be like, don't let's call her again, no, because the last time we called, she said no. And then you'll be taken a bit more seriously. Then start small. Practice your no's in situations that are less intimidating or gives you a bit more opportunities and clarity. So practice. So start small. Don't just look, one big thing wants to happen. You don't even know. You're going to be like, who are you? Where did you come from? And finally, replace whatever guilt that you have with gratitude. So instead of over apologizing every time, Say, I appreciate the invite, but I need to focus on something else right now. I did that just 2 days ago. Trust me, I did that just 2 days ago. Say it would have been a really important event to attend, but it's actually affecting something else, and I'm like, I appreciate the invite. I would have loved to have attended, but unfortunately, it is clashing with something else that I need to get done. When you handle your boundaries with a lot of kindness, people may not always agree. Your friends, your family, they may not always agree, but over time, they will learn to respect your boundaries. And when they learn to respect your boundaries, they will appreciate you a lot more than it. So let's have a bit of a reflection moment, just a little bit of a reflection moment, as we try to round up this episode. Let me ask you, where in your life are you right now, where you have blurred boundaries draining you? Is it family expectations? Is it friends who don't quite, get the season that you're in? Because all of us are in different seasons at different times. We're in different seasons at different times. So do you have friends who don't exactly agree with your season right now? Do you have family who is expecting so much from you right now? Or maybe it's even you. You can be the problem. You can be the one limiting yourself. You can be the one struggling to say no. I'd like you this week, this month, and just before the year runs out, to write down an area where you need to draw a clearer boundary. Very important. It might be as simple as deciding that after 9 p.m., you no longer want to answer work calls, family calls, or you don't want to commit to events that don't align with your priorities. Some of us just go to everything. You know that some things don't align. And then you will get to the event and you will sit down holding your hand under your face for the whole event saying, how did I get here? Who sent me here? What did I come to do in this place? Take the time, write out that one area where you need to have clear boundaries. I know areas where I have clear boundaries. If you invite me to some certain events, I would probably rather send an honorarium like I would do than go to the event because it completely clashes with some of my values. So remember, every yes has a cost. The question is, are you paying it towards your dreams or are you paying that yes towards distraction? You need to decide. Your yes, is it helping you to grow or is it negatively distracting you? It's so important to set those boundaries. So let's just look at a few quotable quotes, as I would call them, on the Makamba Unfiltered Conversations. Boundaries are not walls, they are fences. They don't shut people out, they protect your purpose. Important. Every yes you give costs you something. The question is, are you paying it towards your dreams or towards distraction? Saying no today makes room for a bigger yes tomorrow. It's so important to understand that. Protecting your time and your energy doesn't make you selfish. It makes you intentional. Your dreams need space to grow, and boundaries create that space. The people that you truly love will learn to respect the boundaries that you protect and your growth that you want to see. No is not rejection, it's redirection. Very important. The cost of not setting boundaries is far greater than the cost of saying no. Let me say that again. The cost of not setting boundaries is far greater than the cost of saying no. You can't pour into others if you are constantly running on empty. You can't give what you don't have. Boundaries aren't about limiting relationships. They're about preserving relationships. People stand to take you a lot more seriously when they know that it's not everything you accept. So as we wrap up today's episode, did you enjoy it? Oh, I did. And hey, I just realized there's another boundary that I need to set up. Did that happen to you? Okay, let me leave you with this thought. Every dream requires space to grow. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do for your family, your friends, and for yourself is to protect that space with boundaries. It's not easy. It comes with a sacrifice, a huge one sometimes. But in the long run, it keeps you show up as the best version of yourself, not a drained, resentful, and overextended version of yourself. So, because you know this is an unfiltered environment that we operate in on Makamba's podcast, it is important that you consistently show up as not a drained, resentful, and overextended version of yourself. You must come out at all times as unfiltered. So go out this week, go out this month, go out for the rest of the year and practice a healthy boundary. Your dreams and your relationships will thank you. Again, thank you for listening to Makamba Unfiltered. I remain your host, Enobong. Until next time, keep protecting your peace, keep chasing your purpose, and above all, keep living unfiltered. Until we see again, keep it raw, keep it real, keep it unfiltered. Enobong signing out. Thank you.